Right, it's tier list time. As you know from the thumbnail, we're going to do a Fight IQ tier list. Now, this isn't going to be one of those ones where even the guys on D are really talented and good. No. In this tier list, D is for fighters that think a game plan is to go in there and bang bro. I'm going to be doing of all time in the UFC for this one. First up, Kevin Holland. Right, I love Kev, but the man makes some terrible decisions. Look, I'm sure he made more bank than a single mum on OnlyFans. But accepting a fight against Chimaev last minute after a non-wrestling heavy fight camp is not a great choice. But even worse than that, agreeing to not wrestle against Wonderboy, one of the best strikers the UFC has ever seen, is bananas. It's all very noble trying to give the fans what they want and all that, but without the threat of a takedown, Wonderboy, even at this age, was an unnecessary handful. Holland is going in C tier. Michael Chandler never fails to entertain, but let's be honest, where do you think he's going to go? Yeah, D. Whilst I've got a suspicion that he might switch it up and actually try and win against Conor, up until now, he's been more focused on entertainment and love him for it. Izzy! Okay, there's two Izzies. There's the one from press conferences promising bloodshed, and then there's the point scorer who goes in there and wins with as little violence as possible. But at the end of the day, that's the game. And he has the fight IQ to usually do whatever he wants in there. The Chinese man is going in A. Khabib. Right, get ready to write an angry comment. You knew what Khabib was going to do. You go in there against him, and he does what you knew he was going to do. And there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, great, we're agreed. But isn't that more skill than fight IQ? Like really, really high skill, but not necessarily fight IQ. Maybe we just never got to see it. But as it stands, Khabib is going to be personally devastated to find out that he's going in B tier. Anderson Silva, what's there to say? He was a step ahead of everyone except Chael Sonnen, but that can be forgiven. The full package. Of course, the Spider is going in A tier. Corey Sandhagen. How can you not love a bit of Corey? Very skillful, very solid fight IQ. I'm not saying anything original here, but I don't think we've seen the best from the Sandman by far. Although his recent fight against Font was about as interesting as the Dustin Poirier interview, it showed his advancements in wrestling, which he's clearly been working on like a madman since the Aljo loss. Corey is going in A. Chris Montino. This man is crazy. Granite chin, but crazy. Go back and watch the Sugar fight. Fucking madness. Chris is of course getting D. GSP! All hail GSP, one of the greats, fan favourite, but the only thing stopping him going from S tier is that as good as his displays of fight IQ were, he did have an absolutely mental team of the greatest MMA minds of the time. So while I think that applies to a lot of the top guys, I think GSP is the biggest offender. So GSP is going in A. Brendan Sharp. Look, I just thought I'd put Brendan in here because it's fun to think about him. Silly sausage. I'm gonna unfairly and without consideration put Big Brown, for everyone's enjoyment, in D. Demetrius Johnson. About as high level as it gets. Seemed light years ahead of everyone else. So many displays of high level fight IQ. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves an S tier fight IQ. Ryan Hall. Now Ryan's not going in D tier, okay? Because in this day and age of MMA fighting, he somehow pulls off decades-old game plans. And whilst very stupid, it's also very impressive. Ryan Hall is going in C tier. Greg Hardy. Why not? Look, we all hate him. Low fight IQ, low personality IQ. No, you can't use an asthma inhaler in the corner, you plank. He's going in C. Shevchenko. I would say she is probably the highest fight IQ of any female fighter. Calculated, vicious. She likes to beat opponents at their own game just to show how good she is. Yes, Alexa Grasso identified a pattern and took advantage of it beautifully, but I'm pretty sure Shevchenko will tidy that up and get her belt back. I'm sending the bullet to A tier. Henry Cejudo. Yeah, he has a high fight IQ, but how much of that did we really get to see in the octagon? He retired too early, and I think he missed out on career-defining fights that could have potentially made him A or even S tier. Triple Cheese is going in B. Sean Strickland. Look, I'm a fan. I think he's a likeable, skillful fighter. And that nothing but sparring training style seems to be great for him. He's also showing improvements in his game. But the man tried to kickbox with Alex Pereira. That was his game plan. And that's a worse idea than power slap. Fuck it, Strickland's going in C. John Bone Pills Jones. Yes, he's probably the best of all time. Yes, he has incredible fight IQ in the octagon. Yeah, all of that. But drinking and doing coke all weekend before a fight isn't good fight IQ. And beating up women is pretty low fight IQ. So Jones isn't going in S tier, okay? He's going in A. Right, last one, Alexander Volkanovski. If it's not enough that he dismantles everyone at featherweight, using perfect game plans every time, he went up to fight the champion and boogeyman of lightweight. And let's face it, you could argue a solid case that he beat him. Doing things to Islam that we never thought we'd even see a lightweight pull off. And we haven't even seen the best of the little fella yet. Yes, Volkanovski is joining Mighty Mouse at S tier. So there you go. Feel free to correct me in the comments. And if you like this video, give us a sub and check out this video here. See you next time.